Fueled by rage and a disrespect for authority, James Grayson is out to wipe out the Chimera conversion centers and avenge his brother's death. Resistance Retribution.
You'd rather die? Here?
Everywhere just got more better.
Over the past 3 years, the Chimera had been busy. Massive fortifications were being constructed all along the coastlines of Western Europe.
Now, this is the kind of game you want to play in study hall. Just make sure you have some good headphones because the PSP speakers will not do the audio in this game justice.
Survivors of the attack were scattered all over Rotterdam. Communication had broken down completely, not only between the squadrons, but between ground forces and British command back in Dover as well.
The gunshots, the explosions, everything sounds fantastic.
You like that? Oh God, no! Ah,
Bring the Chimera on the go with you in your pocket and then shoot them here in Resistance Retribution. I kind of figured I was going to like this game. They'd really have to go out of their way to make me not like a Resistance game. Like they'd have to make it a musical and have a song and dance number. And even then, as long as I could shoot things, I'd probably be okay with it.
That Grayson took these suicide missions because he had a death wish of his own. That his brother's death had been too much for him. I did not realize until much later how wrong I was.
If you're a fan of Resistance, Fall of Man, and Resistance 2 on the PlayStation 3, you'll probably enjoy this one, although the gameplay is very different. Stylistically, it's awesome. It really captures the whole Resistance world that they've created for the other games. The cutscenes and black and white photographs and narration all remind me of the first one, and I really liked that style. I was actually a bit upset they got away from that for the second one. And the story of this game is terrific. It's really entertaining, and this character is extremely likable. He seems more disturbed and mentally unstable than most of the heroic video game characters, and I like that about him. He seems like a real jerk, and that makes him cool. Gameplay is really nice, although it's clearly tailored towards a portable system. It feels like a first-person shooter even though the camera's pulled back to give you more of that third-person perspective. The gun locks onto targets, so if you're gaming on the go, it does make it a little bit easier to lock onto guys, although you can turn that feature off if you don't want to play like that. When you tap up on the D-pad, it zooms in a bit and goes into more of a manual firing mode as well.
he's dead! You got him!
If you've played the other Resistance games, you'll be able to jump right in here and start playing, although the controls will infuriate you at first. I actually don't care for the controls in this game, however, it's not the game's fault. That has more to do with the PSP itself. Because you move your guy around using the analog thumbstick, and then you use the D-pad right above that to do various commands. Then you use the front left button for alternate fire, the front right button for standard fire, and you aim with the buttons on the right. If you're used to aiming with an analog stick, that is a bit frustrating because it's like all or nothing. Frequently I found myself looking way up or way down, and fortunately the auto-fire locked onto things when I was in a tight spot. Most of the time, in order to dodge things, you just move back and forth an awful lot. You can get behind things for cover. And while you can turn up the difficulty, you shouldn't have too much trouble playing through the entire game, but that's okay because this has an excellent multiplayer mode. But don't discount the storyline in this game because it's terrific. It's worth the price of the game alone just to play through the story, but multiplayer really makes this a must-have. You get used to the controls fairly quickly. I'm just not usually a fan when they try to use every single button on the PSP. I feel like they should just strap a screen onto a standard PlayStation controller. That should be the PSP controller. Just duct tape it onto a PS3 controller.
James, you saved my life!
The Earth Mover was only the latest to fail. Grayson had been very lucky. Traveling through the trenches had allowed him to escape the notice.
The multiplayer interface is terrific. I tested it, it works great. There were lots of games available since this is a very popular game on the PSP. Gameplay is smooth. And you know, they've just done a terrific job here with Resistance Retribution. Terrific game. Pick this one up for the PSP.
You are a disgrace to the Cloven Line!
Grayson 2, and whatever the hell you are, nil.